Today's a pretty special day. Woo, 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 woo. Welcome back to TWISTMAS. Today we are, you read the title, we're eating like Buddy the Elf. As somebody who makes a lot of this content surrounding fitness influencers and celebrities and people I admire, Buddy the Elf, to be honest, is top of that list for me. I feel like so much of who I am is embodied in Buddy the Elf. And I truly do mean that because I saw that movie when I was such a youngster, you know? I really feel like it had such a lasting impression on who I am, my personality, the way that I try to embody joy and spread holiday cheer for all to hear. So I thought it would only be fitting for the holiday season to kick all of that into gear. Why am I rhyming so much? And eat like Buddy the Elf for the day. And we're gonna have so much stinking fun and a lot of sugar.
Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
This is, of course, the most fitting sweatshirt I could have worn on a day like today. So this is our holiday merch / holiday ugly Christmas sweater of the day. Part Christmas elf, merch still available. I believe I figured out how to put it on the little drop bar thing on YouTube. So it's there, but the link is also in the description and on my Instagram bio. You know the places. Party rock is in the elf tonight. Woo, woo. Party rock, 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 rock. I haven't had any of the sugar yet. I'm so stinking excited. Oh wait, the full outfit reveal. Almost forgot. Okay, first off, the sweatshirt, of course. To be fair, this elf merch and last year's elf merch was designed with Buddy in mind. Secondly, the slippers. Ow! Lordy, I should have stretched. These used to have jingle jingle bells on the very top of them, and then they got so annoying. I think one of them fell off, and then I ripped the other one off because everywhere you went, it was dingle, dingle, dingle. Way too much. Here we are in my little high waters. They're so stinking fun. I feel like a literal elf. And then last but not least, underneath the slippers, we do still have some elf socks because we have to go all out on elf day. All right, let's be honest. We all know that one infamous meal that we all know Buddy the Elf eats is the real reason that you're here, okay? You wanna see me eat the whole spaghetti shebang. So let's just, let's get it out of the way because I'm dreading it as well. I'm a little bit nervous. I've also been always curious. This movie came out, what, almost 20 years ago? That's weird, first of all. Ever since then, I think I've been wanting to recreate this meal, and today is finally the day, and I'm petrified. Here we go. I'm putting my hair back because I don't trust myself. Here's my holiday bowl filled with my spaghetti. I'm nervous. What is my channel? I actually can't tell you how many of these videos I've watched because it's so entertaining. And there's also a science to this, somehow, some way. We start with M&Ms. Technically, we also are supposed to start with snow caps, but no grocery stores have them near me. Next, marshmallows. You know, none of these things sound that bad on their own, but maybe it's the combo that gets people. I don't know. Apparently it's pretty disgusting.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever had. I hate it. I don't want to eat it.
This is nutty. What am I doing? Sprinkles, of course. Oh, they are capless. We are going all in. Here we are. I've definitely shared some of these pictures before, but when I was applying to be an ambassador at my college, which is when you give tours and you go around campus and you talk about the school and whatever, and you had to submit a creative piece with your application. So I chose to write a book, a literal published book. I went to Kinko's and I had it printed professionally, bound. It's gorgeous. I wrote a book about how much I loved Gonzaga from the viewpoint of Buddy the Elf. So I photoshopped myself onto pictures of Buddy the Elf, and then I twisted everything to how a Gonzaga takes. So the best way to spread Gonzaga cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Something like that, you know? Oh my God, this is the part that kind of gets me. This is the part I don't think I'm going to like. Ugh, one more. Okay, fine. And the best part is that I needed photos, of course, of myself to match his facial expressions. So I had this photo shoot in my kitchen. I need to find the original photos. Okay, here comes the maple syrup, which we all know is one of the 4 main food groups. I mean, at this point, the spaghetti is just operating as a vessel for all of the sugar. I don't understand how this could really taste that bad, other than everything just blending together very weirdly. Reese is looking at me like I am nutty. Frosted chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts. I didn't even remember this part until I actually rewatched the footage, but he takes the Pop-Tart and he crumples it up top. Grrr. Here's the thing, okay? I know that Buddy the Elf takes his hands and he just goes in and he mixes everything together and he just shovels it into his mouth. And I will not, I have a fork. And if this is where the point where you click off the video because I'm not doing it correctly, I understand. But I would love for you to come over to my house and film yourself doing that on camera and then publishing it to the internet and not looking back in like 10 years when maybe I need a job and there's this video of me on the internet shoveling spaghetti into my mouth. I don't know, but it's not happening today, so a fork it is. However, I'll still do a good blend. I promise I'll be a good sport. I can't. I shan't. I don't know how to like get a bite. How do I? Dear Lord. This is the weirdest thing I've ever put in my mouth ever in my life. There's like no flavor. Like there's like nothing is distinguishing. What is happening? Here we go. There we go. That's a good bite. Come on. Oh God. It just blends so horrifically. So horrifically bad. Nothing is redeeming in here. Like I really didn't think it was gonna be that horrible because nothing that I put in there is gross. It's all delicious. But blended together, I mean, oh. I need water. This is straight ridiculous. Like absolutely comical to me. The pasta honestly makes it disgusting. If there was like something else in here, perhaps it would be a little bit better. I also think the chocolate sauce is what ruins everything. If it was just maple syrup, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But the chocolate sauce is repulsive. Ah! Hot take, I don't even think Buddy the Elf liked this. In fact, I know Will Ferrell didn't like this. He threw up twice while filming this. I don't think he found it enjoyable, but he wouldn't complain because he's Buddy. So I shouldn't complain either. I'm also really disappointed by the marshmallows because I really thought, how could marshmallows go wrong? But because they're absorbing every flavor, they're almost the worst part. If I didn't already mention like 3 other worst parts. I'm picking out the Pop-Tart pieces. It's the only thing I can handle right now. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Well, what a great way to start off my day. I'm gonna have a sugar hangover tomorrow. I am like desperately trying to get my hair to go like one more day. It doesn't look that bad, but I feel like it just doesn't feel as good as I want it to feel. But I want to wash it tomorrow. And you know, like that one final push on your hair day that you just, you know you should wash it, but you don't. Like that is me right now. And if anybody has any fantastic hair tips post-workout, please leave them in the comments down below. I know I've seen like a lot of people suggest brushing like the sweat out of your hair the minute that you get home from the gym, which does sound gross and weird, but I have tried it and I think that does help. Thankfully, like my hair's not that oily, so it's not that bad, but it doesn't feel as good as I want it to feel. Also, I'm literally about to drink coffee on camera, but I put on lipstick. I don't know why my lips looked so bad. I've had this for probably like 2 years now. This was actually from the Tarte collection that was Tarte times Whitney Simmons. The color is Bare Bud. I always have the hardest time like finding my favorite lip gloss shades, lipsticks, etc. But this one is actually like really faint, and that's why I like it, because lipsticks usually intimidate me because if I don't put it on perfectly, then my lips look horrible and then it's like all I can stare at. This one, not bad. Also obsessed with the color Villa from Glossier. And also like the term Villa just reminds me of Love Island, so therefore I love it even more. Which, speaking of, I know that I posted about this on TikTok, but the season 3 of Love Island Australia is on Hulu. So in case that you weren't already on the bandwagon, all aboard, choo choo. Because Keith and I have just started watching. We're so addicted. He loves it just as much as I do, which I love so much because it's so fun that he actually doesn't hate Love Island, because it's like such a huge part of my personality. It would be quite a catastrophe if we did a Buddy the Elf video and I didn't have the world's best cup of coffee.
Sunshine and ravioli.
Macaroni! You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee.
I love my Nespresso. I specifically love my Nespresso in a Yeti cup because I love my coffee boiling hot, quite literally, and having it in a don't mind Reese just drinking her water. But throughout the movie, you know, he has his coffee. He absolutely hates it until he douses it with maple syrup. And I've actually tried this before. Like I've been at restaurants where they serve you just like burnt, disgusting drip coffee, but there's syrup on the table. So I have put syrup in my black coffee, but I never really remember what it tastes like. And I am that weird person that normally drinks my coffee black, especially from Nespresso. Like you have no reason to want to put in creamer because the foam is so good, it ruins the foam. So, anywho, here we go. I don't know how much is too much. Do I need a straw? I need to stir it. World's best cup of coffee. It's fine. I wouldn't make this. I wouldn't choose to put it in my coffee. It just kind of gives it like a little bit of like a oomph that takes away the bitterness of coffee. I mean, this whole video is just literally Taylor plus syrup. I will drink this though. Like there's no problem enjoying this. Some other things that we will have on the menu for the day. Not sure I can say the same. Now would be a beautiful time to mention our charity of today's video, which is the Rainforest Trust. The Rainforest Trust works around the tropics to strategically purchase and protect lands vital for endangered species and indigenous communities. They specifically target the most threatened tropical habitats that are critical for preventing species extinctions and that are exceptionally rich in biological diversity. And they are proud to have saved more than 37 million acres of tropical habitat across 53 countries in 150 protected areas and wildlife reserves. They're able to allocate 100% of donations to conservation action as they cover all of their operating expenses through donations made by the board, gift aid, and other supporters. That means that you can give knowing that your whole gift will protect rainforests. They have 4 different main protected area types: private reserves, national parks, community forests, and indigenous land titling. In these projects, indigenous communities gain legal rights to their land with the help of our partners and government. Every charity that I talk about, I also always cross-check, of course, like to make sure that it is a reputable company, because sadly not all charities are so. And one of the best websites that I always use is called Charity Navigator, and Rainforest Trust is one of the only organizations that has a 100% perfect score on Charity Navigator, which basically means they are fully transparent with where their money is going. Their money is going to a safe place. You yourself can give with confidence, and that all of their actions are through a very moral ground. It is horrifying. It is so sad to see our rainforest, which I think is one of the most beautiful things that our world has to offer, see them slip away from us. And if we can take action now, protect the wildlands for people, species, climate, everything that this goes into, I think it's absolutely beautiful and brilliant. So if you'd like to learn more information or donate, like always, I will have the link in the description box below. I think rainforests are like one of those things that Keith really opened my eyes to, because it's something that's very near and dear to his heart. Like he grew up watching National Geographic all the time and like knows pretty much every animal, like such a nerd for all of that stuff, and I love it. So this is something that I think that he will really appreciate. I'm excited to share it with him, and I was really grateful to have received this recommendation. So thank you so much. Let's carry on with the video. Next on our list is actually to eat an entire roll. Why did I choose this video? An entire roll of Toll House cookie dough. Now, I got a fun selection from the store that I'm pretty excited about. The first would obviously be the obvious, Toll House cookie dough. They didn't have any rolls, so I'm just going to possibly combine this into one giant mush. And then I saw some other fun options. Bite-sized edible cookie dough. This is in the flavor cookies and cream. And I've seen these and I've been wanting to try them. And I figured this was kind of like the perfect opportunity. And lastly, as if we needed another thing to eat, I found Funfetti edible cookie dough. And of course, if you watched my birthday video, then you know how special this is. Ooh. So the first order of business is to turn this into a giant bowl of cookie dough, if I can figure out how to open it. I'm essentially just gonna mash it all up and make it one giant mound. I think it's so interesting how over the years, all of the companies that make cookie dough, you know, like Nestle, Toll House, whatever, they've made this like giant plan to create edible cookie dough, probably because it was really unsafe for people to be eating non-edible cookie dough with all of like the uncooked eggs and everything, even though it's so stinking delicious. And the edible is good, but usually it never compares. Here is a sheet that usually makes 24 cookies. I'm gonna make myself sick. I can't. I cannot. I know I always say this, but this has been a video that I have saved with the sole intent of doing it during TWISTMAS for forever. I remember like kicking myself in the foot that I didn't think to remember to do it this time last year. So it's been on my plate for forever, and I think like the anticipation of eating things like this and breakfast like has been on my mind for 12, 13 months now. And like that level of responsibility, like living up to Buddy the Elf, absurdity. I would have thought this would make a lot bigger of a dent in the bowl than 24 cookies does. I'm excited. All right, my big bowl, here we go. I obviously know what cookie dough tastes like. Hang on, we have a catastrophe at hands. Who remembers the big spoon, little spoon debate? I don't even know what video I talked about that in. Had to be centuries ago. However, I have this thing where I cannot use big spoons. I actually can't use big forks either. I don't know. They bother me, like especially the spoons. This is freaking massive. It's so uncomfortable. And the forks, they just feel so adult. And I think I constantly just want to remind myself I'm a kid. This is an old-timey classic, so. Cheers to not promoting eating edible cookie dough because it's bad for you. I mean, non-edible cookie dough. What? So good. Yum. While I still have a full appetite, let's try these other ones. Starting with the cookie dough. Bite-sized bites. Cute, tiny. That tastes like a cake pop, which I guess is like kind of exactly what it would be. Yeah, that doesn't give me any cookie flavor. Straight cake. You know what this reminds me of? Dibs. Was that a Nestle thing too? That used to be like my nightly snack with my sisters. Like after dinner, we would all have dibs, which is essentially just like a deconstructed ice cream bar into bite-sized pieces. They were delicious, diblicious. No, not at all. Funfetti time. Oh, she's gorgeous. I don't know why I'm so excited. I know why, but that's not bad. That is not bad. There's always gonna be something in the edible cookie doughs that tastes like a hair off, and I can't really pinpoint it. What a fun day. Like, look at me and my Christmas merch, eating my Christmas fun things, an entire jar of cookie dough, just going off, having a great time. This video is hilarious for a number of reasons, but I have been absolutely chugging, downing my water like no other today. And normally, like I do that, obviously, like I drink my water every single day, but I've been particularly parched. I'm wondering if I'm gonna need like more than my daily amount because everything is just so sugary, and to even get through the meals, I'm like, okay, pause, breaths, lots of water. A marathon, not a sprint. Water's boiling. I'm gonna put my spaghetti in right now, which I didn't realize before I started filming this video that this is like the entirety of what this man eats all day. Because really, like the only scenes that we see him eating are with the family, which is this.
Can you pass the maple syrup, please? You know what? I think I have something. Yes.
You like sugar, huh?
And then breakfast, which I'm assuming is leftover spaghetti, which is when he makes the concoction, which we all know how that went. So catch me just eating spaghetti on spaghetti on spaghetti with some syrup. Also, like, my form of self-care lately, this is so silly, has been posting TikToks. Like, I just have so much fun with it, and I don't have like a care in the world, you know? I think I never posted on TikTok for the longest time because one, I always thought like I had to be a dancer. That was first and foremost. And then two, I thought like I had to fit a certain mold, or I had to only post within my niche. And yeah, like I guess that can be advantageous, but I kind of just use it as like an extension of my Instagram stories. Like let's say my private stories, for example. Like that is my entire TikTok account. And I think it's so stinking funny and fun. Well, that's me like tooting my own horn, but I have a good time with it. Yum. There's something like just absolutely delicious about spaghetti. Just no sauce, nothing, just deliciousness. Woo! Okay, I don't know why I've been dreading this one all day long. I think because you don't even know what I'm eating. I'm eating spaghetti and I'm going to add maple syrup to it. Oh, I almost forgot. The Diet Coke. Keith totally had a drink out of this, didn't he? Let's see. I love Diet Coke. It's the only soda I will drink. I only have it like once in a blue moon, but it's the only one I will actually drink. I figured I needed to like do this in kind of like the ultimate dork mode. So here's my elf headband. Okay, I look like such a dork. I don't know if this might be too much. Wow. Sometimes I'll see videos like from when I first started making YouTube videos and I was just such a dork. And then I look back like, why in the world did I let myself do that? This feels like one of those moments. Like I would look back and cringe, cry, die. Okay, so this is just pasta. Like, you know, we're at the Hobbs dinner table and all of a sudden, would you looky here? We need some syrup, so would you look here? Right up my sleeve. I love maple syrup, but with tomato sauce? Okay, do I do a drizzle or do I dunk the whole thing? I guess I need to just go full send, don't I? Ah! It's sugar, like it can't taste that bad, right? Is eating spaghetti on a first date or on camera worse? You tell me. Cheers. Okay, it's not that bad. It is not that bad. The maple syrup kind of dominates. It just tastes like a sweet sauce. Like that's actually doable. I could maybe eat this. Maybe. I'll have another bite. Maybe I had a weird good bite. Yeah, it's not bad. It really isn't. It kind of has like the same sweetness as maybe like sun-dried tomatoes. I'm sure it wouldn't be fantastic if I was just dunking the whole thing, but like at the end of the day, it's just sugar and it doesn't really make things taste that horrible. However, I need to wash it down. I also can't usually do like a different type of liquid with my food other than water. As a kid, I never drank milk with my dinner. I always thought the thought of it was disgusting to me. So Coke or soda or something with my food is kind of the same vibe. Hang on. There we go.
Did you hear that?
Oh my God. How much would you have to pay me to drink this entire thing? Billions. Okay, I'm tapping out. I did pretty good. Like this is probably 3/4 that I finished. Props to me. Thank you so much. I still have like the smallest little inkling for more candy. I don't think that's what you should say after the day that I've had today. Like that is not allowed. However, I have purchased a few fun things. One, I figured if candy canes, and candy corns and syrup are the 4 main food groups, I could include one of my favorite candies, which is pretty much anything sour, specifically Trolleys sour gummy worms. I purchased some candy canes, this flavor as well, which I don't know what the frick the difference is. Natural peppermint? Natural peppermint. Okay, so nothing makes sense. And then I got some Tim Tams. They did not sell these in America. I'm almost certain they hadn't sold them until quite recently. I'm sure everybody watching is like, they've always sold them here, but I don't think so. It's just like this perfect chocolate biscuit. Oh, Tim Tam. My jam. Yep, made that one up on the spot. Remember, today is the last day to enter the giveaway for the TWISTMAS merch. I will put up all of the information right here once again in case that you missed it. It is the last time to enter. So if you ever had any ounce of wanting to win, now is your time. Take full opportunity. It's so fun that we get to see each other every day. Like it genuinely has made me so stinking excited, and I don't feel like I felt this motivated about content in a really long time. Of course, like I always love making videos, but it's like anything, after a while, you know, sometimes you just kind of start to flow through the motions and you need like a rejuvenation of passion and spirit to get you remembering why you love something so much. And I feel like TWISTMAS is doing that for me this season. So I hope that you're loving it as much as I do. And if there's anything that you'd like to see, I do have like most of my content planned out, but perhaps there's something I can squeeze in, maybe something that you want to make sure I include or I mention, let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. In addition to your entry, which you will have to leave on the first video of TWISTMAS, but you knew that because you read the rules. I love you all so much. Don't forget that there is the link to the charity that I mentioned in the description box below, as well as the link to join the Discord for Step Into 21 in case you haven't done anything for yourself today. Get a little bit of movement in, you know? Move your little toes, wiggle yourself around your room. Today, I circled the parking lot 3 times trying to find a parking stall. And then finally I found one at the very back of the parking lot. And at first I was mad about it. And then I was like, you know what? No, this is me stepping into 21. Almost 22, but for right now, stepping into 21. It was fantastic. And I was proud of myself because instead of getting mad about it, I made it into a positive by remembering step into 21. This has been such a fun video. It's been on my bucket list for forever. I hope that you enjoyed it. I've always felt so connected to Buddy the Elf, and that's why I feel like this video is so special to me, because I genuinely feel like he was a huge inspiration for like who I am as a person, because I watched that movie when I was so young and I've watched it like 90 times ever since. I know the movie frontwards and backwards. Like, it is the epitome of my personality, and it was just kind of cool that I could kind of intertwine it with these videos. So happy TWISTMAS. I'll see you tomorrow.